Hello, Miss McCurdy and students. My name is Aubrey Spalding, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the spiral of silence theory and why every voice deserves to be heard. Now, first I want to ask you this question. Have you ever faced a tough moral challenge and hesitated to answer, not because you didn't know your opinion, but because you were worried of how others might react? The hesitation is a common human experience, and at its core, it's something called the spiral of silence. So, the spiral of silence was introduced by Elizabeth Noel Newman in 1974, and it explains that people often stay quiet when they believe their view goes against the majority. As Hampton wrote in 2014, people are far less likely to express their opinions they think others will disapprove of. So, when we monitor people around us, we look for clues about what is acceptable because fitting in feels safer than standing out. Um, Personality plays a major role in this theory because extroverts tend to speak more freely and openly about their opinions, but introverts who participate less in social settings are more likely to fall into silence. The fear of being judged or even canceled can keep them from sharing their viewpoints they actually care about.
The spiral of silence theory is the idea that people are less likely to express their opinions if they believe they are in the minority. This can lead to a spiral where fewer and fewer people speak up, making it seem like there's only one dominant opinion. The theory was first proposed by German political scientist Elisabeth Noelle Neumann in 1974. It comes from the observation that people fear social isolation, so they avoid expressing views that they think are unpopular. The theory suggests that people constantly monitor the opinions of others around them. If they sense that their opinion is not widely shared, they may stay silent to avoid being rejected or judged.
Cancel culture has a major influence on this experiment theory. So on social media, public backlash spreads really fast. And some people see cancel culture as a way to keep authority figures or powerful people kind of accountable, while others see it as almost as a limit of speech. And because humans are social creature, the threat of embarrassment or exclusion has real emotional weight. And research supports that. Research supports this. So Peterson states in 2025, people have an innate fear of isolation. And Noelle Newman actually wrote herself that people are more afraid of being isolated than of being wrong in her book 1984. As a result, dominant voices get louder and the minority viewpoints fade. Not because people lack ideas, but because they're afraid to express them. But silence has consequences. Many world-changing ideas, like the light bulb, the airplane, the ballpoint pen, were considered strange or even impossible. And yet still, these are revolutionary ideas that completely changed the way our society runs today. If their creator had stayed silent, then progress would have stalled. That's why understanding the spiral of silence matters. As cancel culture, social pressure, and fear of judgment grow, we must create environments where people feel safe to speak. Progress has always depended on courageous voices, even when they begin as a minority. Thank you for listening to my speech. I hope you enjoyed.